a Wikividi Documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Ashley Young. Ashley Simon Young is an English professional footballer who plays as a winger, a wingback or a fullback, for Premier League club Manchester United and the English national team. Born and raised in Hertfordshire, Young started his career at Watford, making his first senior appearances in 2003 under the management of Ray Lewington. He became a first-team regular in 2004-05, and was one of Watford's key players in their promotion-winning 2005-06 season. Young continued to play well for Watford in the Premier League, and in January 2007 he transferred to Aston Villa for an £8 million fee, rising to £9.65 million with add-ons. He established himself in the first team at Villa Park and won the PFA Young Player of the Year award in 2009. On the 23rd of June 2011, Young signed for Manchester United for an undisclosed fee. He has gone on to win every trophy available in English football, winning the FA Community Shield in 2011, the Premier League in 2013, the FA Cup in 2016 and the EFL Cup in 2017. In May 2017, he won European silverware as part of the United squad at lifting the UEFA Europa League. Young represented England at under-21 level and has since earned 33 senior caps, scoring 7 goals. Watford. Young joined the Watford Academy system at 10 years of age. He developed there until the summer of 2001, when he was informed by the club that he wouldn't receive a full scholarship and could look for another team. Despite being turned away, Young stayed on at the club on a part-time basis and endeavoured to improve himself as a player and prove he could make it to the first team. He started to train with the under-18s, despite being 16, and was starting games by the end of the season. He progressed on to the under-21s and was eventually offered a professional deal by the club. The 18-year-old was handed his first team debut under Ray Lewington in September 2003, scoring as a substitute against Millwall. He achieved 5 substitute appearances that season, scoring 3 goals, and made his first start for the club in the League Cup. Young came to prominence in the 2004-05 season, playing a part in 34 of Watford's league matches as they struggled to survive in the Championship. Although he failed to find the net, his performance during this season earned him the club's Young Player of the Season award. Under Adi Boothroyd in the 2005-06 season, Young was given a new lease of life as a striker and right winger. Young started 41 league matches, finding the net 15 times, including a playoff semi-final goal against Crystal Palace, as Watford qualified for the playoffs and eventually beat Leeds United 3-0 to gain promotion to the Premier League. During that season, Young scored a number of spectacular goals, including free kicks against Plymouth Argyle and Leeds, a shot into the top corner from 30 yards out against Coventry City, and a curling shot against Queen's Park Rangers. It was during this season, though, that Young was sent off for the first time in his career, in the local derby away at Luton Town. Young began Watford's 2006-07 Premier League season well, scoring 3 times in the league, including a last-minute strike in a 3-3 draw with Fulham, and a goal against Middlesbrough, in Watford's first win of the season in October. He also scored a free kick in the League Cup. In the January 2007 transfer window, 3 unnamed clubs made £5 million offers for the under-21 international. Watford rejected these approaches, as well as an offer of £7 million, again from an unnamed club. An improved offer of nearly £10 million from West Ham United was accepted. However, Young rejected the move, opting to wait for offers from clubs for whom relegation was not an issue. Aston Villa. On the 23rd of January 2007, Aston Villa completed the signing of Young for a fee of £8 million. At the time, this was the highest fee Aston Villa had ever paid for a player. On the 31st of January 2007, he scored on his debut for Villa at St James's Park against Newcastle United, but Villa went on to lose 3-1. Young started the 2007-08 season well, receiving several Man of the Match awards, culminating in a call-up to the England squad. In the 2007-08 Premier League season, Young finished second to Cesc Fabregas in assists with 17. Young was included in the Premier League Team of the Year, and apart from Portsmouth's David James, was the only other player who did not come from any of the Big Four to make it into the best 11 of the season. On the 20th of April 2008, Young scored 2 goals and assisted 2 goals for Aston Villa against Birmingham City at Villa Park, and Villa went on to win the match 5-1. He also scored the winner against Danish club Odense Bold Club in Villa's home leg of the UEFA Intertoto Cup third round. On the 10th of October 2008, Young won the Premier League Player of the Month award. This was due to his performances in the 2008-09 Premier League season. Having also won the award in April 2008, Young joins the list of players who have won the award more than once, including Cristiano Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney and Steven Gerrard. On the 7th of December 2008, in the 3-2 win over Everton, Young scored 2 goals, one being an injury-time winner after Everton's Joleon Lescott had equalised seconds earlier, putting his tally for the season up to 5. Manager Martin O'Neill later described the player as being world-class in the post-match press conference. Young signed a new 4-year contract until 2012 on the 4th of November 2008. On the 10th of January 2009, Young was again awarded the Premier League Player of the Month award for December, along with O'Neill, who won the Manager of the Month award. He became the first ever player to win 3 Premier League Player of the Month awards in the same year. During a match against Sunderland on the 18th of January 2009, Young was sent off for a 2-footed foul on Sunderland's Dean Whitehead. On the 26th of April 2009, he won the PFA Young Player of the Year award. On the 24th of August 2009, Young scored a penalty as Aston Villa won 3-1 against Liverpool at Anfield. He did, however, miss a penalty 3 days later in a home tie in the UEFA Europa League against Rapid Wien. Young won 2 penalties in the first half of the match as Aston Villa were eliminated from the tournament on the away goals rule. During the 2010-11 season, Young became vice-captain of the club and played in a new free role behind the striker, allowing him to move from wing to wing and through the centre. Young scored his first goal of the 2010-11 season with a direct free kick in the Premier League match at home to Bolton Wanderers on the 18th of September 2010. He ended the season with 9 goals and 14 assists in 39 appearances for Villa in all competitions. With 1 year left to run on his current contract, Young stated that he would not make a decision on his future until the end of the season. On the 20th of June 2011, new Villa manager Alex McLeish admitted that he was resigned to losing Young, stating, "It's not confirmed yet, but it does seem likely." 2011-2014. On the 23rd of June 2011, Young completed a move to Manchester United for an undisclosed fee, reportedly between £15 million and £20 million, having passed a medical the day before, beating Liverpool to the signing. He signed a 5-year deal with the club for an undisclosed fee. He was handed the number 18 shirt previously worn by Paul Scholes. He made his debut for United in a 3-2 derby win over Manchester City in the 2011 FA Community Shield, playing the full 90 minutes and making an assist. He made his league debut for United against West Bromwich Albion on the 14th of August 2011, setting up the first goal for Wayne Rooney and forcing an own goal after a run down the left flank and cross, in a 2-1 away win. He scored his first 2 goals for United on the 28th of August in an 8-2 victory against Arsenal at Old Trafford, both occurring after cutting inside from the left flank and bending 2 right-foot shots into the far corner. Young made his debut in the UEFA Champions League on the 27th of September 2011, scoring a headed goal in the 90th minute to help Manchester United to a 3-3 draw against Basel. After a long-term injury, Young returned on the field at Stamford Bridge in a 3-3 Premier League draw against Chelsea on the 5th of February 2012. On the 16th of February, he scored a goal for the lead in a Europa League 2-0 away win against Ajax at the Amsterdam Arena. On the 4th of March 2012, Young scored 2 goals and made an assist against Tottenham Hotspur at White Hart Lane in a 3-1 Premier League win. On the 2nd of April, he scored in a 2-0 win against Blackburn Rovers at Ewood Park. 2014-15 season. After playing the position in pre-season, Young started in Louis van Gaal's first competitive game on the 16th of August 2014 as a wing-back in a 3-5-2 formation, which saw United lose 2-1 to Swansea City. He suffered a hamstring injury during a 1-1 draw against Stoke City on the 1st of January 2015. Young made his return on the 3rd of February in a 3-0 win against Cambridge United, coming on in the 81st minute for Marcos Royo. On the 4th of March, Young scored his first goal of the season in a 1-0 victory over Newcastle United. On the 12th of April, he was named man of the match after he scored the equalising goal and provided 2 assists in a 4-2 home win over Manchester City. He played an instrumental role in United's 2-1 win over Crystal Palace on the 9th of May, with him winning a penalty which Juan Mata converted, and providing the assist for Marwan Fellaini's header, leading to him again being man of the match. In the following match on the 17th of May, Young again provided an assist, this time for Ander Herrera's volley against Arsenal, which finished in a 1-1 draw. Young spent the season playing both on the wing and at wing-back under Van Gaal, the latter being a position which the manager felt was his best. 2015-16 season. On the 7th of August 2015, Young signed a new 3-year contract with Manchester United, keeping him at the club until June 2018, with the option to extend a further year. Young's appearances at the beginning of the season were slim, with him making only 1 start in United's opening 7 Premier League games, this being in the opening game on the 8th of August 2015, a 1-0 win against Tottenham Hotspur. On the 12th of September, Young played through debutant Anthony Martial to score his first goal for United in a 3-1 victory against rivals Liverpool. Young returned to the starting 11 at left-back on the 4th of October against Arsenal, ending in a 3-0 defeat at the Emirates. He started at right-back against West Brom on the 7th of November, which ended in a 2-0 win for United. This was a position he frequently played during November, December and January due to injury to Antonio Valencia. On the 2nd of January 2016, Young assisted Anthony Martial with a cross into the box to open the scoring against Swansea City, with the game ending in a 2-1 win for United. Young suffered a severe groin injury against Liverpool on the 17th of January which led to him being sidelined for several months. He made his return on the 10th of April against Tottenham Hotspur, replacing Marcus Rashford at half-time, playing up front in a 3-0 defeat. The decision to play Young as a striker saw Van Gaal face heavy criticism. However, the Dutchman defended his actions by explaining he wanted more running in behind. Young scored his only goal of the season on the 17th of May, the last day of the Premier League, in a 3-1 win against Bournemouth after coming on as a substitute for Anthony Martial. On the 21st of May, he won the FA Cup after defeating Crystal Palace 2-1 in the final after extra time, playing at both striker and left-back after replacing Marcus Rashford in the 72nd minute, marking his 3rd domestic trophy with the club. Brought to you by Wikividi Documentaries. Would you like